morning and welcome to day 4. A big congratulations to you if you have made it this far, and thank you first for being with me for the last 3 days. Building a good posture is definitely a worthwhile journey. I speak it firsthand from my experience here. It's not about how far or how fast you go within this 21 days of posture exercise series, but it's about how doing a little every day adds up to good posture. Today's theme is all about the joints. We work on the arm joints and the first day, and the second and the third day we did postural muscle exercise. Today I want to go back to the joints, particularly our shoulder joints here. If we can get started, you can sit like me. Your palms are at the edge of the mat. You can make it wider, okay, so that your shoulders are comfortable. And from here, you're just going to press your arms down a little bit to lift yourself up and down. Now, this is not a push-up or a preparation for it. It does involve some arm strength, but you will see why a little later. That is actually all about our shoulder joints. But let's get started first. Push the arms down and lift the pelvis up. Again. Okay, I hope your body is warm now. Put your legs a little bit more to the front and the arms a little bit more to the back. And from here, push up. We're not looking for symmetry here. We're just looking for you to be in a comfortable position here. So you're going to stay here and think about a little cradle or hammock or a piece of cloth hanging in the open. You are kind of like swing your pelvis from side to side like this. Yeah, a little bit of the swing motion, right and left, very small, okay? While we're doing that, we're pushing our hands down, which means we are hanging on our joints, our shoulder joints. Well, actually, it's a glenohumeral joint, your arm to shoulders joint, which is the top of our arm to our shoulders. But for simplicity's sake, we just say the shoulder joints here. So we are just going to swing it like that. And you will feel your body kind of sinking a little bit lower. That's okay, because that's the fascia stretching around the joints area in your arms, the head of your arm bone. Okay, and from here you're just going to bring it down. So that was more like a warm-up. We're going to move on now, and this time, same thing, you're going to press the arms down, bring your pelvis up, but this time higher. You might feel your hamstrings get engaged. In fact, it should get engaged. Just because it's joints work, it doesn't mean that the muscles don't get involved, okay? And from here, we're going to start swaying again. But this time, feel like your collarbone is also shifting from side to side, which in turn pull your shoulder joints along. As the collarbone shifts to the right, you will see like your body weight moves to the right. Your weight is more on the right arm, stretching the right shoulders. And to the left, same thing here. You might also feel one side tighter than the other. On the side that's tighter, where you feel you can't move that much, try to go a little bit more. Okay, sway from side to side. This way. I'm tighter on my left, so I'm going to go more to my left. It doesn't mean I'm not swaying to the right. I'm only making a deliberate effort to go a little bit more to my left, because that's my tighter side. Just let it hang, and from here you're going to bring your pelvis up and gradually let it drop down. Bring it up and let it drop down. Now, when I say drop, of course, it's a very slow drop. We don't want anything to suddenly drop here. Bring it up and slowly let it drop down. Shall I say gently let it come down? Bring it up and let it come down gently. The pace of going up should match the pace of coming down. One more time. Now, your buttock may want to touch the mat, but don't let it yet. We're going to hover the buttock off the mat for about an inch, a little longer. And from here, you're just going to hang out there for a bit. You might feel your shoulders kind of like wanting to sink downward. Let it, because the more we work in oppositions, the more space the joints get, as the soft tissues or the fascia, they are gliding on each other to create space. And slowly, although you can't help it, but it will happen, your buttock may start to touch the floor more. So let it. It will gently just go down with gravity and let it. As the buttock touches the floor, feel your shoulders being pulled up to the ceiling more. And this is fantastic because you are stretching the fascia around the arm bone and the shoulder joints. Look at me, my neck has disappeared, and that's what we want. And slowly release. I couldn't even find the words to say a full, smooth sentence just now. I was just so into that particular movement of my disappearing neck. That was quite a deep release we did just now. And for people with tight shoulders, you might feel it more here in this region, okay? On the top of your arm bone to your shoulder joints here. So what we want to do is do something, what I call a transitionary dynamic stretch. So we're just going to open our legs to about 45 degrees, nothing major. Stretched out your arms here, okay? We're just going to go for length, and just watch me. You're going to turn your palms to face the side this way, as if you're pushing two walls away on both the left and the right side, and your feet flex. Stretch your arms out, palms pushing away, flex feet here. Sorry, I thought someone was at the door. Push out. Now see if you can really straighten out your elbows as well as the back of your knees. And I emphasize the back of the knees, not trying to push your knee down from the top. That is the recipe to injury. We should always extend the back of the knees. And slowly bring it down. In the next joints care exercise, we're going to be needing a ball. If you have a ball like that at home, great. But if not, you can also use a chair. Make sure your chair has a flat surface or a low table. Obviously, it will have flat surface here. Now, a ball is best because we don't have to conform too much to the shape of it, as it's quite pliable, and that's what we want here, okay? But if not, as I said, it's all right. Now, have your elbows on the ball. So if you look at my back, it's in a slide position. Now, it's really, really simple. If you are on the ball, what I want you to do is begin to slide your elbows forward and bring it back. You go into a curl. Slide it forward into an arch back and bring it back towards you into a curl. Elbows front, arch back, elbows back, curl back, elbows front, arch back, elbows back, curl back. One more time. Elbows front, arch back. See, you can arch deeper, sinking in between the area between your shoulder blades and curl back. Curl your spine more. Look at your belly button if you can. Now let's do one more time again. Sinking in between your shoulder blades, arch, looking diagonally up and curl back. Curl your spine more, look at your belly button. Now, how do you do this if you have a chair or a table instead of a ball that can't move? So let me just try to demonstrate here. Just bring your toes down so that you get more comfortable, okay? So find a position where your elbows are actually pointing down. You can do this as well if you're on the ball, okay? Instead of, for those who are on the chair or table, instead of moving the ball back and forth, you're going to be moving your torso up and down like this. It could still work the joints. So this one works if you are on the chair or table or any fixed surface where you can't drag the ball to you. Or if you're on the ball, just push your elbows down to the ball, fix the position of the ball. You can also do this up and down. Bring your torso up and down. It will still mobilize the joints here. Okay, and then how do you curl if you're on a fixed surface? Straighten your arms out and just curl as much as you can. Into an arch. Straighten your arms out and just curl as much as you can. Again, bend the elbows into an arch. Straighten your arms out into a curl. Bend your elbows into an arch. Straighten your arms out into a curl. Two more times. Bend your elbows into an arch. Arch deeper, the area between your shoulder blades. And straighten your elbows out into a curl. One last time. Bend the elbows, arch deeply, straighten the elbows and curl deeply. That's it. How do you feel across your upper back, your shoulder joints, and of course the upper back region? We have a lot of joints here, okay? So one of the things that cause tight shoulders, that in turn cause rounded shoulders, hence bad posture, is that these joints here are super tight and we want to release them. So doing the ball exercise or the table or the chair exercise, it will help a great deal. And of course, you can also do the hanging in your joints area, which is the first exercise we did. That is a very good preparation. For a little test about how you feel in your joints, you can just lift your arm up and feel the range of motion that you have. This is an exercise in itself, which I will explain in another video. But for now, just bring your palms to face front and let it turn around your joints, just for you to feel the range of motion you might have right now. And you know what? I should have done this at the start as a before-after comparison. But next time, let's move on to the left side here. So palms face front, bring it up and down. One more time. Face front, bring it up and down. Good. And just feel the range of motion you will have. One side at a time or both arms, all good. I hope you find these exercises fun to do and helpful. Leave me a comment in the section below. Ask me any questions you might have. I would love to hear from you. Else, this wraps up day 4. I'll have more interesting, fun, and helpful exercises coming up in the following days. I hope you stay tuned. Subscribe and like my channel, my videos. It will help me a great deal to grow it, because I would love to grow it and be this movement educator online for everybody. I truly believe movement is the great way to help us take better care of ourselves, and all of us would have a greater physical well-being if we know some simple exercises to do to add up to either better posture or better physical well-being every day. So that's it for this time. Again, thank you for your viewership. Thank you for your participation. And I'll see you in day 5.